Vivian, welcome.
Hey,
How you doing?
good. I invited a couple people to this one. Hopefully they'll show up.
Oh, sweet. How's your day?
Pretty good. Hung out at OB Beans for a while, chatted with the people there.
Fun. I haven't been to that place yet. That's why I came now. I just went there and got some
Hmm.
beans.
They have really good coffee and matcha.
Excited about today's class because we're gonna do a lot more in a lot less time. It'll be
Sweet.
kind of like a sprint.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, very excited. Caro, Caro. Welcome, Caro.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. So good to see you.
Good, good. Thank you.
All right, all right. How's San Mateo?
It's good. It is good. Just arriving home.
Awesome. Oh, look at that beautiful face. I'm gonna hug him. I gotta meet him one day. We'll wait a couple more minutes and then we'll get going. So we'll start sharp in 2 minutes. 5:35. We'll get going.
I have to leave at 6. I have
Perfect.
another call.
Awesome. What much to cover today? A little ambitious. I think we can make it happen under an hour. Welcome, everybody. My name is Fernando Lopes, and today we are talking about intuition and how to tune it. Some of us have taken our cars to get it tuned up. Who here has taken their car to get it tuned up? Hopefully you have, unless you have one of the newer cars that, you can go for tens of thousands of miles, like the Teslas of the world, that you may not need as much tuning. For intuition, it can work just like that, where you can little by little, and sometimes a lot, like in a session like tonight, you can get a lot done as far as tuning in is concerned. Imagine a life where you could actually live more based on your intuition. How many of us have ever said, my intuition was wrong? You don't hear people say that often. Usually is, I didn't listen to my intuition and XYZ happened. So the class today is to give us the confidence, the courage, and the tools to listen to our intuition, have courage to act upon it, and how to make it so that it doesn't come so much as a shock, something that's part of you, something that where your conscious mind and your unconscious mind each day get to be more in sync with. And it's 5:35, so we're going to get started. So I'm excited because today I'm actually going to follow an agenda and see how it goes. So the agenda here says, first 5 minutes, welcome everyone, and dance party. We just had a little dance party. We'll welcome everyone. Now we're going to do introductions. So your name, where you from, fun fact, or something you learned today, and why you're here. And I'll start. So my name is Fernando Lopes. I'm from Brazil, living in San Diego. Something I learned today, okay, is that it's really cool to help friends who are entrepreneurs. I just got back from the farmer's market, And one of the people there, I helped get set up to sell their arts and crafts. So that's something I learned today. How about you? And I'll pick on Vivian. Name, where you're from, fun fact, or something you learned today, and why you're here. Oh, sorry, I didn't say why I'm here. Why I'm here is so that I can get better in listening to my intuition. All right, Vivian, you have the mic.
Cool. So I'm Vivian from Irvine. I also live in San Diego. Fun fact. I don't know. Well, okay, there's a surf spot at the end of my street, and it hasn't been very good for a while, but today there were a bunch of surfers out and it looked amazing. It's always good to go out there and sort of just look at the ocean because it just looks so big. And I'm here today because I want to tune more into my intuition also.
Wonderful. Awesome. I need to check out that surfing spot you've been speaking of. I need soon, next week for sure.
Cool.
Thank you. Caro.
Well, Carolina, I am originally from Nicaragua, but I feel like I am a citizen of the world. I got an invitation from Fernando, and it is interesting. A fun fact is that when I didn't hear my intuition, somebody threw a stone to my car, and I could have had a car accident. And it was funny, like I was playing, throwing the coin, and the coin kept telling me like, don't go, don't go, don't go, but still I went. So yeah, it's true what you say, Fernando, earlier. You never say like, oh, my intuition was wrong. You will say my intuition was right and why I didn't listen to it. So I agree with you 1000%. Fun fact, you got me by surprise with that one. Fun fact, I always tell people then to listen to that stomach butterflies that they feel, because when those butterflies are talking to you, yes, they are telling you to do something or not to do something. So listen to that, feel that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Caro. Appreciate you so much. That's interesting. I'm picturing you tossing the coin several times.
Yeah.
Knowing you. That's amazing. Wonderful. So we are doing great on time. We're now going to go into my favorite time of the session, which is meditation. Why meditation? Because the sooner we get into meditation, the sooner we are more connected to our intuition, our parasympathetic nervous system, or the unconscious mind, the mind that keeps our heart beating, lungs breathing, hairs growing. Some hairs grow longer than others. And we're going to get into meditation. About 5 minutes into the meditation, we're going to do a forgiveness exercise. And the forgiveness exercise is for you to forgive anyone that you feel you want to forgive. One thing that I've been experimenting with is to do this forgiveness exercise with everyone that I have come in contact throughout the day or throughout the week. And realize that what you're forgiving is your representation of that person. You're forgiving your own projection, your own creation, your own mental picture of that person. Super healthy to do. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get comfortable. I'm going to start with 4 deep breaths. And we're going to do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's start with the first 4 deep breaths together. Let's inhale. When we exhale ha. So let's begin with the first one. Inhale. One more. Excellent. Continue breathing normally. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your toes, your hands. Whatever part of your body that needs to relax. If you have a mantra or a prayer, you may begin now. And if you really want to speed up the connection between your unconscious mind and your conscious mind, I invite you to place your hand on your heart and feel your heart beating. Allow your breathing to start matching your heart beats. If thoughts come, allow them to go like passing clouds. And if it helps, connect to your intention for this class, and meditate on it as your conscious mind gets in even deeper rapport with your unconscious mind, your parasympathetic nervous system. Allow your physiology to start matching your thoughts, your positive thoughts. If you notice one corner of your mouth slightly rising, simply allow it to do so. Maybe even both corners of your mouth want to rise ever so slightly to match your positive thoughts and intention. in the future, if you ever want to get to a positive state like this one, you can use this sentence to remind you. Motion creates emotion. If you allow your corners of your mouth to rise, it will create the emotion to go with it. Allow your physiology to lead the emotions you want to have. It can be a new practice. The way you stand, the way you sit, the way you walk. It can be a daily, nightly practice of your physiology matching your positive thoughts. And now we're going to continue the meditation by shifting to the forgiveness exercise. I'd like for you to imagine a powerful healing energy coming from up above, straight on top of your head, healing you. This energy may be white, may be green, purple, blue, orange, whatever color you choose. Allow this energy to pour on your head, on your neck, on your back, legs, feet, and allow it to circle through the front of your body, completely healing you, whatever healing means to you. It may be physical, it may be emotional, it may be mental. As you allow that energy to circle in your body, allow the source of it to double the size of the energy pouring on your crown chakra. And as the energy comes from up above, notice that from the center of the earth, a different energy, a grounding energy, starts shooting up through the center of the earth, through your feet, through the front of your body, your legs, your stomach, your chest, your neck, your face, and through the back of your body. Allow the energy to sync with the energy from up above, completely healing you and grounding you. You may give this energy a different color. And allow the energy coming from the center of the earth to double in size. That's coming through your feet and through the front of your body and the back of your body. Notice any healing taking place, whether in thoughts, your physical body, your emotions. Notice that there's a surplus of energy around your heart, around your chest. Allow the surplus of energy to build up as you bring to your mind's eye the mental representation, the picture of someone that you like to forgive. The forgiveness of which, when granted, will allow your life to go smoother, for you to be more aligned with your values, for you to manifest even more. That person can be you, can be an older version of you. That person can be someone you interacted with today, yesterday, or a long time ago. Bring the picture of that person and make it black and white. Make it defocused, make it fuzzy. Bring up the picture, the mental representation, the memory of that person to your mind's eye and direct your heart with that surplus of energy that's been building up. Allow the surplus of energy to shoot out through your heart to that picture, to that mental representation, completely healing that memory, the memory of that person. Notice the memory of the person completely healing. The picture going from black and white to colored, from defocused to focused. Completely healing that memory, that mental representation of that person. Ask your unconscious mind, your intuition, your heart, what is there to learn from that event? The learning of which will allow any negative emotions to completely release. Ask your unconscious mind to preserve the learnings. The learnings may come now or they may come later. Now ask your unconscious mind, is there a boundary that I need to set? Is there a boundary that I need to create? So that was the last time that happened. Is there a boundary I need to create? If so, what is the boundary you need to create? What is a healthy, sustainable boundary? So that was the last time it happened. Excellent. Now allow that picture, that mental representation, to float away, float in the sun, and completely disappear into the sun. And start coming back to now, coming back into your body, coming back to where you are seated. And we're going to take 4 deep breaths to come out of this exercise. We're going to inhale together. One more. Excellent. Continue breathing normally and start moving your hands, your feet, your toes, your head, your shoulders. Start opening your eyes slowly and come back into the room when you're ready. Take a sip of water if you want to, if you need.
Feel sleepy now.
Good.
It
How was that, Caro?
was good. Something different that I do. It's when I am meditating and I am trying to forgive or ask for forgiveness. I focus on my heart, but then I push from the heart like violet light or white light, and it go from my heart to the heart of that person who I have to forgive, or I am asking them to forgive me for something that happened.
Wow,
And
that's wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember you sharing, when you shared that with me, I think a year or so ago. I was really excited and I tried it out. It was amazing. How about you, Vivian? How was that for you?
It was good. I had two people come up, so I just kind of did them both.
Exactly. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. As I do this, I need to place more alarms so that I can do the exercise as well, because I love doing these exercises. Today, I didn't do it. I was more concerned with leading. However, at the spiritual level, it was done as well. So we're gonna go to the next part of our class. So we did meditation, we did forgiveness. Now we're gonna get to a very exciting part, which is we're gonna write 5 to 10 questions or challenges that you want clarity on. 5 to 10 questions or challenges you want clarity on, so that we can test. After we do a couple more intuition tuning exercises, we're gonna look at the 5 or 10 questions or challenges, and we're gonna get the answers. So I'm gonna put a timer and start writing. Start writing. Write as much as you'd like, but at least 5 to 10. That way you have something to work with.
So I probably will have to finish this later
Yeah.
because it's 5:57. Are you going to send the record of this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
It will be at the bottom of bluesealion.com. I'll put the link to my YouTube channel. It'll be
Okay.
it'll be the last one, meaning the most recent video.
Okay. Okay.
Probably get up there tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you,
you,
Caro.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Carolina.
Nice meeting you. Yeah.
Awesome. So let's get to work. Any question, Vivian?
No questions. I'm just writing them all down.
All right, cool. Sweet. And this is the part that I need another soundtrack that's kind of soothing. Coming soon.
Okay.
I have a bunch, but they are all from either Spotify or YouTube, and I don't have the licensing yet. So I need to find one that does not require licensing.
I see.
Yeah. So 5 to 10 questions or challenges you want clarity on. What is something you need, something you want to do, something that's been on your to-do list for a long time? And allow one of those items to be one big thing that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months. Allow one of the items to be one big thing that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months. And put a star next to it. What could you achieve in the next 12 months that would completely put you in alignment with your goals, values, possibilities? How about a fun one? Is there something that you want to accomplish that has to do around fun, leisure, travel? All right, we're gonna take 2 more minutes. Could you hear that gong?
Yeah.
Could you? Okay, you
Yeah, I
could.
did.
Okay, cool. All right, let's take the next 30 seconds to start wrapping up. What's something that if you got clear, you got the answer of it today, completely improve your life quality? Take it to a new level. All right, let's start wrapping up. All right. How's that?
Um, I wrote down a lot of sort of general open-ended questions.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Open-ended questions. Anything revealing, or are you excited of getting the answers or clarity on those open-ended questions?
I'm excited to get the answers to these questions.
All right. Awesome. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. How about the big thing that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months?
What does shining my light mean?
Okay. What does shining my light need?
Mean, mean.
Oh, okay. That's the big one for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wonderful. Awesome. Cool. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to we're going to do an exercise. We're going to take one item number 1, and we're going to answer 4 questions. First question is, what will happen if I get clarity about blank?
Mm-hmm.
What won't happen if I get clarity about blank? what will happen if I don't get clarity about blank?
Mhm.
What won't happen if I don't get clarity about blank? Sometime around this exercise, it will become an unconscious process. Allow it just to the conscious mind to be able to process what it can with a mini computer, 100 bits of information per second, versus the unconscious computer processing 11 million bits of information per second.
Mhm.
So I'll start to give you an idea. So my first one is cutting down classes or prioritizing the classes that I have. So basically an 80-20. What 20% of the classes are yielding 80% of the results. What will happen if I get clarity about prioritizing my classes? What won't happen if I get clarity about prioritizing my classes? What will happen if I don't get clarity about prioritizing my classes? What won't happen if I don't get clarity about prioritizing my classes? Now, because I've done this many, many times, I'm allowing it to go through the unconscious. For you, Vivian, or like for you to do is to attempt to answer if your conscious mind wants to answer. If your unconscious mind is not even bothering, then wonderful. The goal is not necessarily to answer. The goal is to start allowing the unconscious mind to come forth.
Mhm.
So go ahead and try that with your item number 1.
Okay, so what will happen if I get clarity on what shining my light means?
Yeah. So do you feel like you have an answer for that?
Um, kind of.
Okay, good. So what will happen if you get clarity?
Um, I will have a direction in in finding a job or choosing what I want to do. I'll be able to recognize myself and what I'm good at
Yeah,
and what I like to do.
wonderful.
Mhm.
What won't happen if you get clarity about what does shining my light mean?
What won't happen is staying confused and not sure about what I want to do and uh yeah, feeling kind of down.
Okay, and feel down. And what will happen if you don't get clarity about what does shining my light mean?
Um I will continue to try things out sort of randomly and see how they go.
Okay, so try things randomly. And what won't happen if you don't get clarity about what does shining my light mean?
What won't happen if I don't get clarity on what won't happen is um I will not
Good.
um,
This is good. This is perfect. This is how it usually goes. So you're doing great. I think yes. So this is the conscious mind trying to do the work of the unconscious mind. So this is perfect. Now let's try the second one. Pick the second one that you want to work on.
okay. Oh, let's do where would I love to live?
Where would I love to live? Okay. What will happen if you get clarity about where you'd love to live?
Um, well, then I'll have a goal around that.
Okay. And what won't happen if you get clarity about where you'd love to live?
Oh, stay here, probably.
Yeah, stay here. What will happen if you don't get clarity about where you'd love to live?
Um, Probably stay here for the time being.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what won't happen if you don't get clarity about where you'd love to live?
I don't know. The double negative is really tricky.
Good. Awesome. Let's see how we're doing on time. Perfect. So let's talk about a little bit about any questions about this exercise specifically?
Are we doing both questions? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meaning,
Okay.
yeah, so we just did what does my shining my
Shining
light
light.
mean,
Mhm.
and where would I love to live?
Mhm.
So we're just doing those two for now.
Cool.
Cool. So now I would like to talk about um, what it takes for someone to have the courage to then follow intuition and act on it. And it's something that I learned from Dr. Matt James. He has a formula that he calls the four requisites for change, which is release, goal, action, and focus. Release, goal, action, and focus. And what I've done for the last year plus, is to add after the goal the word system. So release, goal, system, action. And instead of focus, I like the word calibrate. Calibrate. The release work you have started doing, which has to do releasing negative emotions, limiting beliefs. Setting the goals is something that we haven't gone into it yet, which is something simple to do. Setting the systems is something that it's like creating your life on an hourly basis, meaning what will you do from 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, even if those hours are, I'm going to do nothing.
Mhm.
I'm, and so that what systems must be in place so that your goal that you just set is inevitable. What systems must be in place so the goal you just set is inevitable. And after setting the systems, then comes the action, which to me it also means practice or making mistakes, or even one step further, making better mistakes. There's a book called The Talent Code, where this scientist went around the world visiting schools where he noticed those specific schools, whether it was a cello school, tennis school, volleyball school, soccer school, math school, there were a number of students that was above average, the number of students that was coming out of those schools that were extremely productive in their field, in their expertise. So he wanted to study, and they call those places hotbeds, or hotbeds of talent. And what he realized in those schools is that those students were making more mistakes than students in other schools. And what I started calling, what I got from the book, what inspired me to do, is to do better mistakes. Which mistake can I make today that will be better than mistakes I made yesterday? If you have a positive connotation to mistakes, then you're good. If you don't, then I invite you to create a positive relationship to the word mistake, because without mistake, there's no growth.
Mm-hmm.
So the fourth item there would be action or practice or better mistakes. And the fifth one is calibrate. Calibrate is where you stop, you look at what you've done, the results you're getting, the feedback you're getting, you calibrate and you adjust. And so just wanted to plant the seeds here so that you have an idea of where this class falls in This class falls in between, say, the release and the goal, which then after the goals comes systems and then action and then calibration.
Okay.
And what I'd like to talk next is rapport. We talked a little bit last time about rapport. So today I'm going to go a little bit deeper. So rapport with people, one of the things that is most talked about is mirroring or matching the other person. So if the person has crossed arms, if you cross your arms, chances are that the rapport between you two will be greater. That doesn't mean that you have their beliefs, they'll have your beliefs. That doesn't mean that you will agree. It means that there's rapport. Now, what can rapport, how can we bring this idea of rapport? And I'll tell you a story. I was doing a breakthrough session in Santa Monica, and this person was, we're looking for the greater problem. We're looking for the greater problem, which is in NLP is basically the one sentence that runs on the background. It's the little thing that for some people that haven't released it is sabotaging the system. Sometimes it may take 3.5 hours to get to it. Sometimes it's an hour. So it was about an hour into the session, and we were so close. I could feel we were very close. And yet his unconscious mind wouldn't say it. His unconscious mind wouldn't say it. It would just be like dancing around it. Mm. And what I realized is, it's like, what's happening? Like, am I missing something? And then it hit me. And it was right there on my sheet. You know, one of the items that is rapport. I noticed that the client's legs were crossed and mine were not. Mm. It may sound crazy, silly. I cross my legs. 30 seconds later, he spits out the greater problem. And it was as clear as day. He goes, "This is it. I know for sure this is it. This is it." This is just to give you an idea of how simple life can be with once you know about these tools. How can we bring this to the intuition tuning class? Just like this story, what can you do with your unconscious mind so that you are matching and mirroring your unconscious mind? How can you may ask, what do you mean? The unconscious mind doesn't have arms, legs. Yes, okay. Does it have a sound? Does it have a voice? Can you start creating this idea that you can mirror or match however way the unconscious mind communicates with you? So using your mini computer, your conscious mind, to start mirroring and matching the supercomputer. So start playing with that idea. So we talked about rapport. We talked about the 5 requisites for change. Talk about rapport. We have 10 minutes. My goodness, time flies. We're gonna do a quick heart meditation visualization before we go into. We look at our questions again.
Okay.
And get the answers. So get comfy. Do you have any questions before we continue, by the way?
No.
All right, cool. So let's get comfy. Close our eyes. Let's take 4 deep breaths. One more. Excellent. Continue breathing normally. I'd like for you to connect to your intuition, your heart. If you feel like you can place your hand on your heart. And tell your heart, tell your unconscious mind, I'm here to receive. I'm here to learn. I'm here to receive. I'm here to learn. I like for you to now imagine floating 12 months in the future after the successful completion of that big item on your list. It's 12 months from now. It's December 2022. And I'd like for you to turn and look toward now and look down. Look at what's happening. Start creating that imagery. You have achieved your goal. You have conquered that item. I'd like for you to visualize and imagine what's happening. Where are you? What are you feeling? What do you see? What do you hear? Are you celebrating? Are people celebrating with you? What are people saying to you? Are they thanking you for the courage you had to take the actions necessary? I'd like for you to start flowing down inside of the event, inside of the successful completion of that big item on your list. Look around. Where are you? What's the event? Are you at home? Where are you? Imagine this event ending in the best way possible, most successful way possible. Now I'd like to float up above the event, looking down, and start floating towards now slowly. And notice in reverse order all the things you did to get to that place, to accomplish that goal. Allow your timeline and all of your future events to adjust themselves for this new imagery you've created for your timeline. And as you start floating towards now, towards the present, come back into the room, open your eyes, look at your sheet, look at your piece of paper or your computer, and start writing all of the clarity, all of the answers that is flowing through you now. Allow your unconscious mind to flow. Write as quickly as you can. Allow the what to come through. The to-do items. The people. The connections. Books. Resources. How's it going?
Good. For some reason, I imagined moving into your complex.
Oh, fun.
Places. Yeah.
Yay.
And I during the meditation thought about coaching and that I'd mostly be talking.
Wonderful. Coaching, mostly talking. So as you look down, how many items did you have?
That we just wrote.
Right, from the beginning, from the 5 to 10 items.
Oh, I wrote 10.
You wrote 10. Did you have answers for all of 10? Did on this last exercise?
Not all of them, but
Did you look at all of them?
right now, yes.
Okay, so as you're writing, did you have time to look at all of them?
After the meditation?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, okay. How many did you look at?
I just thought about the one big question.
Oh, okay, good. You just did that one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Um, awesome. I was able to write a little bit for each. I had 10 as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So regarding the big one,
Mhm.
is it crystal clear to you what the answer is?
Yes, although I don't feel fully sure. Well, I feel mostly sure, but a little bit not sure.
Okay. Mostly sure. Now, question for you here. If who's your superhero from childhood? Like if you watch cartoons.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't really into superheroes, but I really liked Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Okay. I'm not very familiar with Ariel. Does she have superpowers? I mean, besides being a mermaid, I guess is a superpower.
Well, she really wanted to be a human or check out the human world. So she did that, and she had a really pretty singing voice.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. So in that case, if Ariel came to you and gave you a piece of advice, how serious would you take it?
Um,
Or that's not the relationship. That's not how you see her.
no.
Okay, good. Is there someone in your life or even someone that you've never met that if that person gave you a piece of advice that you just do it regardless? just because of the respect you have for them?
Um, yeah. If yeah, if Brene Brown told me
Yeah.
I should do something, I would do it.
Okay. So check this out. Will Who knows you better, Brene Brown or your intuition?
My intuition.
Okay. So if Brene Brown came to you and said to you, here's the answer that you're looking for, and you told her, not, I'm mostly sure, but a little bit unsure about this, what would she say to you?
Um,
Do you think she'd give you another answer if you asked again?
well, I don't think she would tell me what to do exactly. Well, not the same way I just told you about, being a coach and stuff.
Okay. Is there someone in that you respect to the level if they told you to do something, you would do it regardless?
No.
Okay, good. So check this out. Um, the this class here is for tuning to our intuition.
Mm.
How how tuned in to your intuition are would you say you are right now? Like how easy it is for you to get answers?
It's not very easy.
It's not very easy,
Mm-mm.
even though you got answers today. Because here's what I'm seeing. Can I share?
Yeah, yeah.
You're getting answers, and it doesn't matter what the answers are. This is what I'm seeing. So this class here is to get the answers, to get your intuition going, and for you to have a better rapport.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I recommend for you is then more release work.
Hmm.
Because if you have more release work, it's, you, I mean, you already, you have the intuition. In my opinion, intuition is flowing.
Hmm.
It's a matter of double guessing,
Yeah.
sabotaging. It doesn't get any more clear than what we just did.
Hmm.
It's just like it's as simple like that. It's not complicated. It's just as simple as we did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So magic usually happens with action. And action, before action, usually there's the intuition that comes in and takes a role. I'm sure intuition is amazing.
Hmm.
And now it's doing enough release work so that you create a a new agreement that it's okay for you to take action
Hmm. Okay.
and let go of the old agreement of I hold myself back or I'm stuck.
Hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So I think this, like for this class, you get an A.
Thanks, Fernando.
Yeah, totally. And I think for you next is to do more release work. And yeah, because yeah, it's I think your intuition is flowing. Now it's just a
Okay.
matter of just releasing the sabotaging programs, which it's also easy. And then so you can get to the level of okay, now it's just action.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be, hand on your heart, meditate, get the intuition, and then act. No double guessing, second guessing. So it's intuition, hand on your heart, whatever ritual you have, you get the answer and then act like clockwork.
Got it.
Yeah. Make sense?
Yeah.
So recommend more release work for you. I think you're doing great. Any questions?
Um, so I kind of thought we were gonna do muscle testing. Is that related? Do I still have to do more release work to do?
I think that it's you just I think you're beyond it.
What? What do you mean?
What I mean is that you already got you have no blocks for your intuition to communicate with you. The muscle testing is just one more thing for you to do, for you to get answers.
Mhm.
If you got the answers from the visualization we did, then this part is working. Like your intuition is working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Glad
Yeah.
we checked that.
Yeah. This is,
That's
yeah.
super exciting.
Yeah, totally. Your intuition is done.
All right.
Yeah. So now it's doing release work for the programs that are the sneaky programs.
Mm,
Okay, sneaky programs running on the background for and they have amazing lessons, but you don't have to keep those programs to have the lessons. Okay, so if you keep doing MER, like mental emotional release, timeline therapy, it will be a point where there's nothing else to release. So
okay.
so it'll be a point similar to this where it'll be like, okay, I don't have anything else to release. This is great. Intuition is good. No more baggage. And then comes that part that, it will take days, months, years, or decades. And this is called action.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where it's like, this is where life actually starts. This is where life happens, is through action.
Mm-hmm.
And that's design, where you get to call the shots. You just design. There's no law of what you can do or cannot do, as far as you have to create your own, say, movie, your movie script, if you like that metaphor of being your life being a movie. You then have to write the script, and then you act in your movie.
Cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. So any other questions before we start closing?
Nope, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Fun. I had a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome. Me too. For those of you watching, listening, you can go to bluesealine.com, sign up for a class like this, or if you're ready for a one-on-one and go deeper and release the greater problem, limiting beliefs, phobias, PTSD, anything that might be hindering you from getting into your game of life, then the links are there as well. I believe it's start at bluesealine.com. Start.bluesealine.com. Start.bluesealine.com to schedule your first class, your first one-on-one session. My name is Fernando Lopes. This was so much fun. I do this to keep me accountable, because then I get to meditate. And then I meditate with people like Vivian and get to learn even more about how there's cool tools we can, develop that, pass down to me from teachers, and then we get to create new frameworks. And Vivian, I can see you being a great coach, and, from the conversations we've had, we haven't had chit chat. It's like, usually it's like really good conversations, so, it's a privilege for me to be doing this. Sending you all lots of love from San Diego, California. I'm gonna play a little song here. You know the drill. You can dance a little bit, then leave the room whenever you want. Have a great evening, and I'll speak with you soon. Wow. What a great class. That was amazing. Really enjoyed that class. I hope you enjoyed it too. Head over to start.bluesealion.com and get started. Bye bye.